Hello guys, it's Shadow King back here once again. It's our title of the video. Americans don't read comic books. They don't. They don't. I didn't realize this until talking with my friend Jordan. And I thought about it. No one reads comic books. Unless it's a manga from Japan or anime, no one reads comic books. Somebody said, what do you mean? We enjoy comic books. Let me explain. Did you know Invisible existed before the show? Did you know the Kingsman existed before the show? Did you know Preacher? Did you know The Boys? Did you know The Walking Dead? We can keep going. Did you know that any of these books that sold well existed before the show, TV show, movie came out? Exactly. End of conversation. In the conversation. Did you know these characters existed before the game? It don't make sense if you're a child, you're a 12-year-old little kid. You know, you don't really got access to media. You don't really got money like that unless you got one of those kids get an allowance. Which I only got some money from my father when I went over there every once in a while. So it's just, I've never really had a comic book shop around me, but you can easily find full stop motion comic books online on YouTube back in the day. Back when I was like in middle school, like around 2014, 2013. So it's just, yeah. No one cares about comic books. No one cares about comic books. At all. At all. Like how do you review a show? Right? Like it was like some dude reviewing Young Justice, right? The new season. And I constantly are talking about a guy named Zod. Now you expect, you do an analysis video, then you want to look up who Zod was. Well, I never read the comic book, so I don't know who this Zod is. You stupid bat! Ooh! I hate you. I tell you, I hate some of these people, man. You wouldn't have to take it out of your way to even look up who Zod was. Even for the video itself, you just don't know who Zod is. Another thing, right? Go to every YouTube reviewer. Ask every single person, do people know Superman because of his comic book, or do people know Superman because of Christopher Reeves? And each time they say Christopher Reeves. Similar to Batman or other shows, do they bring up the books? Or 9 times out of 10, it's the DCAU, it's the animated verse, it's the Batman the animated series, it's what about the fucking books? And then you wonder why Scarecrow don't have any major storylines. You wonder why, or I want some good storylines of Clayface or Bang. There's like 2 that you could count on your hands. No, not hands, 1 hand. What happened? I thought we read the books. I thought we cared. So let me get this straight. I'm supposed to believe that, well, you know, comic books in America has just been going down. It's just been bad. But the only people you're talking about are DC, Marvel, and Image. And IDW. On franchises are arguably established like Ninja Turtles and G.I. Joe. So what about Fireball, started up by Robert Kirkman? His new comic book. Are you going to talk about that? Are you going to review that? Huh? But the comic book industry is dying? Really? Really, it's dying. This is what I be talking about, man. These people don't care about comic books. These niggas never read comic books. They don't care. It never mattered to them. They can make all their videos claiming, well, I want things to be back the way it is to comic books. That's a goddamn line. You fucking know it. You know it. You didn't give a shit about comic books, and now you're a washed up 30 to 40-year-old man talking shit on the internet. That's who you are. I'm tired of the games. Most people don't care about comic books and have no interest. Most of this Twitter outrage about a character being bad comes from second hand from somebody else. Most people didn't even know who Guard the Guard Butcher was until they showed the image. I knew who he was. I heard a few quick mentions of him and seen his design before, but I'm not really like I read the story. And they butchered him. Oh, he'll be alright because of Christian Bale. Are you telling me you could have thrown 2 head tickles on his fat ass head? Really? You saying the makeup department couldn't do that? Make him look like some dried up, washed up mummy from fucking Rome. This is the best you could do with them fucked up teeth? Come on, Johnny. Really? Well, only had 3 days to prepare. Well, that's not your problem, Christian Bale. The makeup department is the damn problem. They could have come up with anything better than that. Just some quick prosthetics for his head? Really? Come on. Come on, and all these people act like they care, they don't. These people don't read comic books, they never have. They only start reading comic books when they became trash so they can make their quick money offline, and that's it. That is it. Americans don't read comic books, most of them don't. And that's what I prefer when it's backers and niche audiences, because even then, like, somebody said with me, right? You go to the library, any school library, you will find Naruto faster than you'll find any Captain America. That school library, facts. You can check out Naruto, Bleach, Slam Dunk. I've always seen those. You think I've ever seen Captain America? You think I've ever seen Civil War in there? The only time I've seen Civil War or Ultimate Avengers when I went to my public library in Fulton County. So, but I'm supposed to believe that, well, everybody reading comic, there's no real comic book shops in Georgia. Not really. So it's amazing. Everybody claim to read comic books. Well, it's gonna show up in a movie. I'm not hearing that garbage. Y'all don't read comic books. Y'all don't care about the books. Only thing you care about is the game and movies, because apparently people hate to read unless it comes straight from Japan. And even then, unless it's an anime out, it doesn't matter. And which it comes down to a sad reality, right? How popular was Harry Potter before and after the first movie? Did it sell more before or after the first movie came out? Were more people interested before or after the first movie came out? Because when you look at it as an author, it is very sad that it seems like no matter what you do, no matter how much artwork you draw, no matter how many paragraphs you write, unless it's an animated live action or a movie, no one would care. Or a game. No one would give a shit. At all. Most people didn't even know that Bloodshot, Bloodshot, that Vin Diesel movie, that was a comic book character. Some people just don't know that from Image and the entire superhero universe. Just wow. Amazing. Amazing. I was never really a privileged child. I was privileged to have a roof and some clothes on my back, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Unless it's a Christmas or a birthday, that was the only real time something new was gonna show up. That's it. I went to stores with my father to window shop. All right. I was never went without a meal. So I started skipping school lunch. Never starved. I always had new clothes and shoes every year, but it's just, I'm not one of those kids who had parents with a expendable income where they could just buy the hot new game or the hot new anything at any time. So, I don't know. And from that, I seen comic books online. I was able to read Real War Hulk and the Red Hulk storyline online. Joe Fixit versus the Wendigos online. Iron Man stuff online. I was able to read and watch a lot of things online just by YouTube alone. Entire full Dragon Ball fights and everything else in between. And the games and everything else helped, but it's just people don't read comic books. When people think of Batman, you think anybody think of a comic book? No. Only time I bring up that damn comic book is when a new character's showing up, and I'm gonna give you a quick Wikipedia review of this character. Wow, really? Okay, whatever you say. But I don't read comic books. They never would have never gone to. And then the most people who claim they was reading comic books no longer read comic books and just reports in the news. Wow. Okay. Whatever you say, Jack. But yeah, most of those series, no one knew they even existed before the other thing came out. There was no rumblings about it. Like, nobody was talking. Like, the only way I knew about Invisible was there's a guy online who was going over The Boys and then Invisible, and he was breaking down volume by volume. And the only reason he did it, because he read it by himself like years ago. The only reason he did it was to get people updated and caught up on the whole The Boys and the Invisible thing, because I was making the show. That's the only reason he did it. To inform people what the comic book was like. So, it is what it is on that. It is what it is. It is what it is. As a creator, in my opinion, it hurts to see that no one would truly care to a certain degree until it's animated, until there's a game, until there's a movie. But it is what it is. I guess maybe I sealed my fate when I took this job. And maybe writing truly is just a reaper. Well, I'll let you guys thoughts and opinions on the subject of the whole comic book reading thing. Maybe this is another mad rant, but in my opinion, the Americans don't read comic books. No, don't believe in that whole lie where y'all don't read comic books. Name one comic book any big person has talked about that wasn't a part of Marvel, DC, Image, or IDW in the conversation. People don't really talk about Dark Horse either, or Vertigo Publishing. And even then, IDW and Image aren't major publishing companies. They just got major license. So it's just really just Marvel and DC, and that's it. The only reason I talk about IDW because of the Ninja Turtles or G.I. Joe. No one even give a damn about Transformers anymore. That's his own separate video. Fucking tragic. The rent the franchise into the ground. We don't got toys, no nothing. Where are the TV shows? Where are the games? Hasbro, how are you fucking up? Embarrassing. Star Wars into the toilet. Trash. Reusing the old retired storylines from Legends and fucking them up. But everybody's supposed to read comic books though, right? That's what they always claim, huh? I didn't know anything of these things existed. Oh, have you read the book now? Nope. Ever have planned on reading the books? Nope. Ever gonna buy like your favorite issue of a comic book? Nope. Not even as a collector's item? Nope. Alright then. If you're just a fan, you're just a fan. But don't sit here and act like, well, we care about comic books when you fucking don't. You don't give a shit and you don't give a damn. Well, everything's trash. There's some good storylines out there. Hulk 2021. That's a good storyline, even though Donny Cates butchered it and revealed like he's fucking mutilated the damn thing. And I really don't even care about Thor versus Hulk anymore, because of course, well, now Hulk can set himself up with a nuke, and it just. And then everybody was talking about Immortal Hulk, and it ends with Hulk talking to God. It just, there are some good books out there scattered in between. Apparently, I heard some good word about the DC Damian Wayne Robin series. But aside from that, no one cares about comic books. No one does. Everybody can pretend and act like they care, but they don't. Because there's hundreds of series where it don't involve superheroes. Nobody cares. And even when it does involve superheroes, no one gave a damn about the visual besides from a few people. No one was talking about it. No one was making a volume review about it. What happened? But as soon as the show want to come out, we want to do a quick cash in. All right then. You didn't even read the damn series before. Just want to get that quick cash in. All right then. All right then. Whatever you say. Oh, everybody just trying to make a Netflix pitch in Hollywood. Then what are you making? A Netflix pitch? You've got an entire crowdfunding that haven't been released, but you have the nerve to talk about at least they can get books released on time, and they can draw better than most of you. They don't take no 12,000 years to draw no fucking book. I could put that work out, easy work, 3 days, 40 pages, a machine, cause I cared. You could ask my mother. For days, I was just sit there at the kitchen table with a laptop and a drawing tablet and just went to work. Maybe it was just nothing more than blind dedication or foolishness. Who knows? Maybe it's a bit of both, but it's just, I don't know, it just is what it is. Because most people don't care. They don't give a shit. You don't have to be some grandiose comic book nerd with your entire house filled up with the books to the rim. But it's just, you haven't even bought one. Like people, like to this day, people just think Blade is a Wesley Snipes movie in certain areas. I shit you not. There are some people who just think Blade, which is Blade. People don't even know that's a damn Marvel character, for God's sakes. Really? And even then, what have they done with Blade? Absolutely nothing. What have they done with Miles Morales? Absolutely nothing. What heroes he got? No. And then like with Blade, you could easily just turn Nomad, Drake, and Alucard the characters and just have Drake go. He's just stupid. It is what it is. But if you learn any lessons from this video, is that most Americans, or just Americans in general, don't care about comic books. And I don't care about comic books, usually don't care unless it's a superhero that's connected to Marvel or DC. That's it. Will it ever change? I doubt it. Cause you know what's funny? People talk about anime or manga like it's some type of hot thing, right? And this is material you can't get over here in America. But there are tons of comic books out there that you refuse to read. But you'll break your neck to go read some manga though. Somehow Invisible took over the world. Oh, we all love Omni-Man and Invisible. Why didn't you give a shit when the book came out? I thought you couldn't get. And then another thing, Super Crooks, another book. No one gave a shit about that either to the movies. It's just like, come on. But you'll break your neck to watch anime or manga though. Really. Really, it's amazing. Talk all that big shit and you hold no weight behind it. You got no water. You're empty. And it's sad, but it is what it is. Because when you sit back and realize the reason why the world is the way it is because people want it to be, not the people in power or the people who control the world. It's not them. It's the people who under them who wants this nonsense. Why do you think the Marvel movies are trash? Because that's what they wanted. Why would they need to improve anything if you keep drinking the Kool-Aid? You keep buying 2K, you keep buying Madden. Why would they stop? And then what Thor Love and Thunder made less money. They could just blame COVID and get an insurance write-off. What you talking about? Like there is no, Marvel's not deep, Disney is not losing money. They can always just have a cheap excuse, or it's because of COVID, insurance write-off. But Godzilla vs. Kong, insurance write-off. But Top Gun Maverick shows the black person in today's age in which not much has changed. I'm not gonna give it to that COVID stuff. I'm not gonna give it that COVID test. I'm not. That's gonna be an entire different rant. But it just proved that people want to see movies. They're going back into the theater, whether they got the vaccine or not. So why should it always be an excuse? It is gonna be an excuse. Same reason why the gas prices are high. You think after 2 years with nobody driving cars, they're not gonna make their money back? Nah. And plus the Russians are applying that pressure? Nah. 2024, 2023, we're gonna finally have some stuff down to $2 down here in Georgia. Until then, it's not happening. Not until they get their money. Because people held these companies and politicians' feet to the fire and fry them, or throw them out, a lot of things will change. But people don't want it to change. So you can roar and tear the place up. Shit. You can talk about them and wail on them all you want, but what's good is gonna do you? Because it's not their town, it's your town, and you're allowing them to get away with it. So maybe Sean Kendrick got thoughts of opinion. Do you believe America still read comic books? I'm not just making a massive assumption. I'm just going too far, or does it have some truth in it and it's backed up by some facts? Well, what are your opinions? Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.